It's a little better, but heavy all the way over the state line to 65. Eastbound side hits the brakes from before you even get to it. The southbound tri-state from Halstead, they'll take that to about Kennedy Avenue. And southbound at 65, earlier crash, we have that cleared down past 61st between Ridge and 61st Avenue. It's a little slow going, but it's gone. At least the crash is gone. And bad on the Kennedy in and outbound, a little worse than normal, but the usual spots and the delays in the usual spots just thicker than they normally are. That Lollapalooza will only last one more day as far as the traffic is concerned, and then it gets cleaned up by tomorrow and the roads are reopened. And your next traffic report, 2:48, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
WBBM AccuWeather looking very nice for the rest of this afternoon. Mostly sunny with a high of 86 degrees. Tonight will turn out partly cloudy, starting to feel more humid, and there can be a stray shower or thunderstorm around toward daybreak, lows near 70. A spotty shower or thunderstorm early tomorrow, otherwise clouds and sunshine. Warm and humid will go back up to 86 degrees. Right now, 83 at O'Hare, 85 at Midway, 81 at the lakefront, and 86 in Lake Villa. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Danielle Niddle.
It's 2:40 for some. Asking for a raise may seem like a daunting task. Tessa White, CEO of the Job Doctor based in Salt Lake City, Utah, joins Rob Hart on the WBBM Noon Business Hour with some key advice.
All of this talk about the possibility of a recession, we're not there yet, but just even the news stories about it, does that damage your prospects of successfully asking for a raise? Because if you go back to the boss's office and say, look, I think I could be making more, will they say, I don't know, it's the economy?
Oh, it is harder when companies are also tightening their belts. No question that it's going to be harder because companies, they've got to balance their books as well. But I don't think it hurts entirely your prospects so long as you understand the principles for getting a raise and when to ask for a raise and how to do it the right way.
And how much thought should you put into the process, laying out the case, A to B to C to D? I mean, everybody believes they could be making more, but how many chess pieces do you have to line up before you actually ask that question?
Well, I think you need to understand when you have leverage and when you don't. When you have leverage, if you understand leverage, it's when you have what the company needs. And so if you think about having demonstrable results after you just completed something impactful for the company, that's a perfect time to ask. Or when the company has scarcity, that's a time when you have leverage. Maybe they've lost key employees, or you have a special skill set that not very many people have in your industry. Or urgency. Sometimes your company needs to get a critical project for a client out the door, or has an upcoming merger and acquisition. You have information they need. All in all, you've got to have a compelling value proposition to share with them that you actually have what they need, and you need to share the outcomes and results that you've gotten for the company. To say that you want a raise just because you haven't had one, or because you feel like you should have one, is always going to get you a no.
Tessa White, CEO of the Job Doctor, based in Salt Lake City. The website, thejobdoctor.com.
At the editor's desk today, Terry Bauer, our assistant producer, Do Kim, at the web desk, Kulsum Khan, our digital managing editor, Lauren Westfall, and our broadcast managing editor, Zach Weber. Coming up in 3 minutes, your top trending stories. You can depend on.
The problem is this. Can you figure out why and how this happened? Makes no sense. Show me the facts. Show me the science.
Everybody is feeling it.
Now, more than ever.
There's a larger story. Who knows what to really believe? I don't think that we're picking up on all of it. I just think we need to question everything we're seeing.
From the source you trust.
And I come to you for facts and truth. So I am informed.
News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
When the temperatures go up, or the temperatures go down, down, down.
Make sure you call American Weathermakers Heating and Cooling.
The 60-Minute Man.
We won't be comfortable until you are.
Just go to AmericanWeathermakers.com.
35 years in the making. The grand opening of Furman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Oakland. The former Mangieri dealership located on 95th Street opens with hundreds of new vehicles and truckloads arriving daily. Going on now during the Make This the Summer event is 0% on summer new models. Today, showing all 7 Furman dealerships as we celebrate with the grand opening. When it's backed by Furman, you can trust in us. By hand delivery rep.
There's magic in the world.
People will tell you there isn't.
They just want you to get back to work.
Be quiet.
And not ask questions.
Those people need 1-800-GOT-JUMP.
When you've seen the magic
And felt the magic.
you can no longer deny the magic.
We make jumps disappear.
All you have to do is point.
And now we pause for a word from Charlotte, the Jump Fairy. A friend is a person who always brings a little magic with them. Being a friend. Call 1-800-GOD-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GODJUNK.com. Welcome back to Ask Excellence. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Hey, can I get a birthday shout-out?
I'll do you one better. How about a cake?
Sure.
With 48 candles.
I'm not turning 48.
Oh, the cake's not for you. It's to celebrate 48 months interest-free financing on our 3 most popular Tempur-Pedic mattresses.
Ah, okay. I thought you were giving me...
A Tempur-Pedic Queen Pro Adapt Medium, Medium Hybrid, or Firm for $0 down and just $70 a month.
What's a cake?
That's just the beginning. The icing on the cake is the $300 MasterCard Rewards cash card you'll also get with your Tempur-Pedic mattress.
That's great and all, but
You want more? Okay, how about free next-day delivery and employee-free hassle showroom? Try and buy with no pushy sales guy. What do you have to say about that?
sounds like a reason to celebrate.
You betcha. Enjoy 48 months interest-free financing on select Tempur-Pedic at Hassel's Mattress. Find a Chicagoland showroom near you at Hassel's.com.
Next weekend, turn your car into a time machine. Travel back to your simpler pleasures in amazing Lake County, Illinois. Main streets or hushed forest trails. Step back 65 million years to Jurassic Gardens to the Bolo Museum. See down a classic coaster at Six Flags Great America. Next weekend, let the ride take you back to soul-stirring and timeless Lake County, Illinois. Plan your trip at visitlakecounty.org
In cooperation with the Illinois Office of Tourism. Trending story on WBBMNewsRadio.com. Actor Nichelle Nichols, known for her iconic role as Uhura on Star Trek, the original series, has died at the age of 89. It was confirmed by her son, Kyle Johnson, on the actor's official Instagram that Nichols died of natural causes in her home last night. Nichols was born in Robbins, Illinois in 1932. 2:46, it's time for sports. Here's Dave Turner.
Start with this sad news as well from the world of basketball and sports. Bill Russell passed away today at the age of 88. And the accomplishments on the basketball court were immense. 2 NCAA championships at the University of San Francisco. Then he captains the U.S. Olympic team to a gold medal at the 1956 Summer Games in Melbourne. And then with the Boston Celtics, where he's best known, 11 NBA championships in 13 seasons. And those last 2 titles, he was a player coach. Bill Russell didn't even have an assistant coach with him for those 2 years, and yet guided the Boston Celtics to championships. Then, at one point, they won titles from 1958 through 1966. Bill Russell, basketball great, dead at the age of 88. Down to baseball, where the White Sox are dealing with the A's on the south side to end their series this afternoon. 6th inning, and the Sox have a 3-1 lead. Jose Abreu with a home run as part of that inning. Adrian Sampson on the mound for the Cubs tonight. They finish off their 4-game series in San Francisco. The Bears are off today. They're back to practice at Hallis Hall for training camp tomorrow. And in basketball today in overtime, the Sky beats Connecticut 95-92. With sports on your home of the Bears, Dave Kerner, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
It's 2:48. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. Here's Trent Erickson.
So we have in Inglewood, Marquette, and Ashland. It looks like we have some street closures there in the general area and heavy traffic. Stay out of it, please. Police on scene of 2 people apparently were shot there. They're on scene doing an investigation into what exactly happened, but it is pretty rough through there. And you want to probably avoid the area if you can. If you can't, just make your way through the best you can. The inbound side of the Dan Ryan, you're heavy going. Let's call this from about 43rd now, where it's going to be the locals or express lanes. The locals don't really flow until 31st, so you probably want to try those local lanes if you'd like to save some time. Those express lanes are going to be jammed up. Most of that, a lot of that is getting onto the ramp to the inbound side of Stevenson. And getting to Lollapalooza or some way or form or another. Going about that at South Lakeshore Drive, the slope from Soldier Field, up through Grant Park. It isn't terrible through Grant Park, which is a surprising part. I think a lot of people are taking CTA, Metra, South Shore, that sort of thing. And if you are, they're running extra trains for you, and they are also running more frequently and more often later hours as well. So just check before you go. But that might be a good option if you don't want to get into this traffic, because getting to South Lakeshore Drive is the problem. The Kennedy inbound, the problem is from the Cumberland area all the way in, and it's a complete mess. Outbound side doesn't really hit the brakes. The express lanes now, they have flipped to the outbound side until about the Park out to Harlem. Everybody locals or express. Outbound, you even as bad out.